Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So it is time for our Forex update for the day. So we will go over to those charts. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, that would be amazing, and we'll crack on with the analysis. So yeah, so on the daily first, you can see we had this horizontal drawn in. That was basically our sell below that level. And yeah, I mean, after basically getting below that, we've seen a bit of acceleration. This is the next level. I'll just extend this along. So yeah, potential catch point there or catch point down here. But maybe it's going to play some downside. It's obviously been extremely strong of late. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. 12 hour, you can see we had a nice doji candle. Nice doji. And then once we took out the low of that doji candle, I mean, that pretty much precipitated this sell-off, which is a nice little move. See how we are in relation to the moving averages, quite far away. I mean, I have been saying I expect us to test the daily 21, and be it with the 21 up here and the price up there, or the price down here and the 21 down here, whichever way. I am impartial to however it decides to do it. But yeah, on the 4 hour as well, you can see here 4 hour back below this horizontal. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is really, we've got this as a target, or this as a target. I'm just going to see what it decides to do regarding to its strength that it's had recently. So yeah, keep an eye on that. But yeah, short trade activated, great trade, in profit, excellent. Let's go over to the daily for cable. Nice daily doji candle here. I mean, obviously we put these lines based off the TD, but when you get a daily doji candle like that, and then take out the bottom of it, that will signal more follow through to the downside, and it is a reversal candle, so that is what we're getting here. So candlestick analysis would have told you to get short below that daily doji, in much the same way we had this doji here. Then when trade came down, doji trade above, we came up. So yeah, I mean, this is obviously an initial target. This horizontal here may support the price. If we lose that, then obviously we've got these targets below. Let's have a look at the 12 hour. Yeah, 12 hour. This obviously low off this horizontal, partially off this 9 here as well. And yeah, a great 9 on the 4 hour, which basically started it all off on the 4 hour 9. So yeah, interesting trade there. Dollar index having a little bit of a bounce, as we can see. Yeah, I mean, we were basically in no man's land, no man's territory. And yeah, so you can see we are well, we're attempting to mount a bit of a recovery. This is obviously the important horizontal here, and where I think a back test of that would get sold into. But that still leaves us plenty of room to the upside from here. Again, nice doji candle on the low. Yeah, nice doji candle on the low. Not much more I can say about that. Yeah, so nothing TD wise, even on the 4 hour, that suggests we're going to have the pullback from this yet. I mean, I would expect us, if we get back above this horizontal, which we are presently, and stay above here, then yeah, we'll potentially, I think we will come back in for the back test, which could prove to be a nice sell level. Nothing guaranteed there. So how is our euro channel holding up? So you can see we broke the horizontal resistance, trendline resistance. We are having a bit of indecision here today so far. So yeah, I mean, are we going to regain this channel and move up, or are we going to drop down to this horizontal? Interesting one to watch, this one. Not really, well, you could take a trade either way, but yeah, I mean, realistically, probably just wait to get back in this channel. But yeah, we've got the daily 9 horizontal here now. Sorry, the 12 hour 9. So I'll draw that on there, and make it not so thick. Yes, we've got that there as a potential, basically get back above there. I mean, maybe close 12 hours, be a bit conservative. You want to be a bit conservative with this, because it's going to go one way and then it's just going to run that way most likely. So there's no need for you to jump in early or anything and try and catch the exact beginning of the move, because this is potentially going to make a big move either to up here or to down here. And then the 4 hour, nothing really TD wise on the 4 hour. It's just trying to get back into that trend, into that channel. Aussie dollar Swiss franc on the daily. I mean, yeah, looking toppy is looking toppy. I mean, we are basically flirting with this support as well, and if we lose that and lose this, then well, I guess there's this. But that's still quite a big move overall. But yeah, this is it's not looking like it's mounting a recovery anytime soon. Very head and shoulders-esque as well. So obviously breaking below here, it's going to trigger some downside. I think to this level here, basically. Might draw that in as an arrow down to about here. We don't need these arrows this thick, do we? But we do need arrowheads on them. So yeah, that's potentially what I'd be looking at here based on the chart formation. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Just a little point of note. So you can see we've got 3 tools we're using really. We've got candlestick analysis, we've got chart formations, and then we've got the TD Sequential, and then I guess also we've got the moving averages as targets as well. So yeah, just thought I'd point that out. Just seemed an appropriate moment. Yeah, you can see we broke up with this level, and now we look like we may break below this. So this may we may be heading for some downside, because this looks a bit swing failure-y. Didn't really make much progress in this zone at all. Now back below. I mean, depending on how today closes, we're closing in this range. I would again expect to be a move down to the 200 daily and this sort of support here. On the daily, on the 12-hour, I don't know why I keep calling it that. On the 12-hour, I mean, there is a trend line coming in, but it does look like we're losing that. It does look like we're losing that, in all fairness. So yeah, this is looking bearish to me. US dollar, Japanese yen. Having a nice move, a nice little swing failure pattern underneath here basically. This was clearly a 9 candle as well on the daily when it was down here, and then bow, look at that for a move. So yeah, a nice daily 9 there, playing out very nicely. Yeah, they're all looking very good. Faked in a load of shorts here, now using that liquidity to squeeze us back up. But you do expect a pattern like that to roll over at some point after it squeezed the shorts and come back down. So nice 12-hour doji as well. And we won't really have much on the TD at the moment because we're just having quite a sharpish move up. So Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. This is doing a similar thing, except for this one did hit our level. It was a 9 candle as well, hit our level, and then basically bounced back up. So good trade there. So yeah, where will it go? Where's its targets? I mean, it's hard to say really. You just have to play it. Have to just run the trade if you're in this long. 409 coming up. 409 may come at this horizontal. That may be a good take profit level. Euro Japanese yen. This is seeing a little bit of indecision now after we've had this breakout. If we don't make progress up from here, and we lose this horizontal, we will be seeing more downside, more than likely, at least down to here, potentially even as low as here. We'll extend this. So yeah, we've got to watch out on that one. Nothing really TD wise though on the daily. Nothing really TD wise on the 12-hour other than the doji candle there. That's not TD wise though. But we got a nice 4-hour 9, and we do love the 4-hour. The 4-hour is our favorite. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Here we go on the daily. Yeah, again another one trying to mount a bit of a comeback. I mean, clearly the dollar's trying to mount a bit of a comeback. Comeback stroke profit taking. Whatever you want to call it. But yeah, looking like we're going to try and test some more upside. So it would just be a case of playing this one. I mean, it may grow a good head of steam and start basically pounding upwards, but we'll have to see. We've just got to see how it develops really. If stock market starts selling off, maybe then we will start to get a strengthening dollar. Maybe we will. Aussie dollar, US dollar. You can see this is again losing this trend line. At some point it's going to lose this trend line because it's pretty aggressive, and it's going to have to test some downside, which it looks like it's basically doing now, actually, in all fairness, the last couple of days. This would be the first level of interest, this horizontal here. And then yeah, a couple of hours time, a couple of 4 hours candles, and then we'll get a 4-hour 9. Maybe that will come in line with this horizontal, and that'll be a good buy entry. New Zealand dollar, US dollar in the channel still, but it's at the bottom of the channel. So it's obviously got a lot more potential to break out the bottom of the channel if it's at the bottom of the channel. So maybe we've got basically, so we've got a box format. We're trading a box here. We broke up to the top, didn't make progress. If we break back into this box, you'd expect to target the bottom of the box basically again. So this would be your target if we do lose this again. That's just how these sort of formations usually play out. So that would be your target if we do lose this and do come back into this level. So let's have a look at the 12-hour. There won't be much TD wise because we're in a bit of a tight range here. straighten that up a bit. And then the 4 hour, 4 hour at the bottom of the range too. Where's the daily 200 coming in at? Yeah, I mean, we've got a bullish posture. We're at the daily 21. I mean, like I said, if we come back in here, I'd expect to target the bottom of the channel, but I don't think that would be the most likely scenario, just based on the moving average posture and the trend. But we'll see what happens with that. US dollar, Swiss franc, that's the one. Yeah, just we lost the level. We're in no man's territory, and we basically are coming for a back test. But the back test could be a sell, but we could, yeah. I mean, we could get back into this zone here. I'll extend these along a bit, come back into this zone, which means we'll potentially be targeting up here as an important level. But we'll have to see how that plays out. I wouldn't expect that just to go in one movement. But hey, markets can do whatever they want. But yeah, we had this trend line, obviously breaking above that, triggered the buys, the short coverings. So yeah, textbook trend line there as well. US dollar, Brazilian real. I might have started ditching some of these at some point, but yeah, yep, it's just holding up there really. It's not really doing a lot. It's just sort of in this zone, not really doing a lot. Again, you can see more clearly here, not really doing a lot. US dollar, Mexican peso. Now, are you gonna? So you have completely swing failure mugged me off. So, yeah, good on you. But yeah, so potential sell level here. But only really based on the top of this triangle. But to be honest, it's like we faked out, got back in, and now if we basically start moving out of this triangle to the upside, then there may be a pretty big squeeze coming on, but pretty big squeeze, but it may just be another selling opportunity literally for the actual proper move down, because don't forget all we've done is faked out triangle, came back in, and until we do close above here, we are still in it. Obviously we're on a 4 hour there, but I mean on a daily. If we look on a daily, and the daily, yeah, here we go. You can see we've come full circle on this move. So yeah, but we're still within the triangle, that's what I'm saying. So we can still get rejected here, come down, take that out, take that, and then it will be curtains. But again, like this trend line coming down, we do break and hold above here, that we will accelerate to the upside. So definitely something to consider there. Interesting price action in this, to be honest. 4 hour 9 coming up as well, so maybe that will be the trigger. 12 hour 9, not a million miles away. A couple of candles. Right, US dollar, Turkish lira. Yeah, I mean, after its big move up, it's just consolidating really. Just look like a bull flag. Is it going to keep pushing up? Potentially. We've got this horizontal here. Get above there. I think we'll see more acceleration to the upside. So that's it, guys. That's the Forex video done today. So remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys later on today.